Hello viewers, welcome back to another video. So this video is a promise to one of my friends who wanted to cover some trigo questions. So I'm just going to be going for two questions today. So let's do this. Diagram not to scale shows a quadrilateral, this whole entire figure, and made up a number of triangles, which is these triangles over here. Okay, so we know that area triangle ABD, the area is 333 and AD is 21 centimeters while AB is 33 centimeters. Now part A asks us to calculate the size of acute angle DAB, which is up here. All right, so using this we can technically use the area of triangle to help us out. So working backwards, 333 equals to half AB times sine C, where AB is just 33 times 21 and sine angle C is just DAB, which is what we're trying to find. So sine angle DAB. Alright, so if we work backwards now, we'll get 666 over 693 equals the sine angle DAB. Alright, so angle DAB equals the sine inverse 666 over 693. So let's work that out on my calculator, and you get 73.9537, and put to one decimal place, that's 74.0 degrees. All right, now B. The midpoint of AD is F. Now midpoint means it just cuts it into half. So AF will be 10.5 centimeters and DF will be also 10.5 centimeters. Using the cosine rule to calculate the length of BF. So B to F here, this triangle. Alright, cosine rule, that means we have to utilize this length here, and this angle here to find this length. So cosine rule, what we're trying to find is BF, so BF square equals to 33 square plus 10.5 square minus 2 times 33 times 10.5, and then times the cosine of angle DAB, which is 73.9537. And if we work that out, BF is just the square root of all of that, so that'll give us 1007.69506. all right, so type that out on our calculator. We'll get 31.74421 and put it to three significant figures. That's our final answer. All right, I'm gonna make another new page. Hold on. Alright. Okay, we got more space now. So part C. Calculate the length of CD. Okay, I'm just gonna erase this so it looks a little more clear. So now we're trying to find this length here. Okay, so how are we gonna find that? So looking at this triangle over here, we know that we have an angle here and we have a length here, so we can use trigonometry to help us out to find EC. Then using that information that we found using EC, we are able to find this length. Right, so that's what we're going to do. So from this triangle, we can tell that we can use the sine. So sine 32 degrees equals to opposite, which is EC, over the hypotenuse, which is 17.2. So EC equals to 17.2 sine 32. Alright, and if we just work that out, that will give us 9.114611. Okay, and now we can work things out here. From this angle, cosine 64.7 degrees equals to adjacent over hypotenuse, so 9.114611 over what we're trying to find, which is CD. So CD equals to 9.114611 over cosine 64.7. So tap that out on your calculator. Divided by cosine 64.7, and we'll get 21.3278. And put that to three significant figures, 21.3 will be our answer. Alright, and last part for this question, part D. When sine x equals to cosine 38 and x is more than or equal to 0 degrees but less than or equal to 180 degrees, find the two values of x. Alright, let's work this out. Use black now. So sine x equals to cosine 38 degrees. Okay, so simply if you just work this out real quick, we will know that x will just be the inverse of the sine cosine 38 degrees. So that'll give us 52 degrees. But this is only just one answer of what x can be. From our prior knowledge, we know that sine x can also equal to sine 180 minus x. So therefore, sine 180 minus x can also equal to cosine 38. So 180 minus x equals to sine inverse cosine 38, which we know equals to 52. So negative x equals to 52 minus 180. So x equals to 128 degrees. So these are our two answers. Alright, so that does it for part one of my questions here, or other sources that I found online. So okay, question two, let's go. Linda measures the angle of elevation from a point of ground on the ground to the top of the tree and find it to be 35 degrees. So I'm just gonna draw this out for those who can't visualize. This is a tree and this is a Linda. Alright, so let's just say that Linda's height is negligible. So we're going to start all the way from ground zero. So bottom of tree to Linda, and she's at a point on the ground. So from this point, when she looks up, the angle of elevation is 35 degrees. Alright, then she walks 20 meters forward, and the new point, so let's just say x is the new point here, and she looks up and the angle of elevation is 45 degrees. Alright, we're going to have to use algebra to help us out to try to find the height of the tree. Now we got two different situations here. We got one where she's further away and one where she's nearer. So what I'm going to do is let distance from tree to original Linda position be x. Alright, so this length between the bottom of the tree to Linda is x. Alright, so we can work this out now, that using algebra, this x is our adjacent, h is our opposite, so tangent 35 degrees equals to hypotenuse, sorry, my bad, h over x, which is our height over the x. Okay, so since we have two unknowns, we're going to need another solution to help us solve this one. So let's look at this one here. Now we know that she moved 20 meters towards the tree, so therefore x is 20 meters shorter now. So this length here is just x minus 20. So tangent 45 degrees equals to h over x minus 20. So now we got two equations. We'll just call this equation 1 and equation 2. I'm gonna try and isolate x, so I can just sub them in and find h straight away. So this one very easy. X equals to h over tangent 35. This one a bit more complicated. X minus 20 equals to h over tangent 45. And so x equals to h over tangent 45 plus 20. So these are our two new equations. So we know that x can equal to x, so 3 equals to 4. We're just gonna sub them in. H over tangent 35 equals to h over tangent 45 plus 20. Alright, and this plus 20 is over 1. So if we multiply tangent 45 on the plus 20 we'll get h over tangent 35 equals to h plus 20 times tangent 45 over tangent 45. So now with this understanding we can now cross multiply. So what we'll get is h tangent 45 equals to h tangent 35 plus 20 tangent 45 times tangent 35. That was a mouthful to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to factorize the h out. So I'm going to put the h's together. Tangent 45 minus h tangent 35 equals to 20 times tangent 45 times tangent 35. Alright, then I'm going to factorize out the h. So I get h times tangent 45 minus tangent 35 equals to 20 times tangent 45 times tangent 35. I swear I'm going to write this for the last time now. So h equals to 20 times tangent 45 times tangent 35 divided by tangent 45 minus tangent 35. And using our calculator, if we dial it out, we'll get 46.71. Yeah, that's what we'll get. So if we put it off to three significant figures, we'll get 46.7 is it meters? Yeah, probably. Yeah, 46.7 meters. Sorry, three significant figures. Alright, so I hope this video helps you, and goodbye.